Visualize yourself a successful business person, confident, prosperous, a leader in your field. It's all possible with the right tools, support, and community. LegacyGlobal.tv is the virtual hub of the Kingdom Visionary.
You guys can talk commercials, then.
Disciples on a mission to fulfill the Great Commission through entrepreneurial enterprises.
A minute and 30
Join
seconds.
us every day on LegacyGlobal.tv, where we connect you with Christ-focused content and a community dedicated to help you advance both professionally and personally.
Okay, you're up. 20 seconds. No, you don't want to? Okay, we're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clap, 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 clap.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Geralda Larkins, your visionary strategist, and welcome to Marketplace Monday, where we have real, no-filter conversations with successful entrepreneurs in our community. And tonight, I have the pleasure of inviting my personal CPA, okay, and as well as an affiliate to the society, our CPA, Mr. Lissage, Monbrun. Good, thank you. He is the owner of LSM CPA firm, so go on social media, find them, LSM CPA firm, public accounting that is right in the heart of South Florida, and you provide audits, business accounting, tax, and consulting services. You strive, which I love this in your mission statement, you strive to provide peace of mind, promote financial health, and you offer above and beyond superior service where expertise meets affordability.
Correct.
Yeah, because we need affordability.
Yes, we are here for that. Don't worry. We are definitely here for that. But like Geralda said, my name is Lissage Monbrun. I am the CPA at LSM CPA firm. Again, we provide audit, tax, business accounting, individual taxes, as well as payroll services and IRS negotiations and representation. So we do a lot of different services for our clients.
Yeah.
Our clients, I want to say, range in the form of transportation. We have transportation clients. We have so many different clients. We have retail clients. We have nonprofits as well. So we're definitely thankful for all of our clients, all of you guys, because you guys made us to where we are right now.
Awesome. Thank you for your humility. It's something about working with you, because I tell people all the time, it's not easy dealing with a small business owner. We're trying to keep it legal. We're trying to keep it right. And how do you deal with us as small business owners trying to do the right thing and filing all of the right paperwork? What's the biggest hurdle with dealing with small business?
I want to say the biggest hurdle. I mean, for myself, I have a lot of questions. I think the biggest hurdle is just, I understand as a small business as well what you guys are going through, because I had to do the same thing. I had to get all of my paperwork in order. I had to basically file the right reports. I had to file the right documents. So I understand what it takes and how hard it is. So I think that's what allows me to, understand and kind of relate to what you're going through. Just my biggest goal is just to make sure that you're okay. It's going to be all right. The IRS is not going to come tomorrow and knock on your door. Some cases they do, but in most cases they don't. So I just want to make sure that you guys are taken care of, and that's it.
So like you said, you're a small business owner yourself. So how long have you been in business, and what's been the biggest hurdle that you face?
I've been in business for, I want to say, 3+ years now. But I've been, thank you. It's been hard, but it's awesome. It's awesome. I've been a CPA for 5+ years. I've been in the accounting industry for probably 10+ years. I have my bachelor's as well as my master's in accounting as well. I want to say the biggest hurdle is a lot of times when we make mistakes, we want to really hold on to those mistakes and really like dwell on it. But I want to say that the biggest thing that you have to do as a small business owner is definitely be able to get over your mistakes fast. Like whatever it is that you've done or whatever issues you had or whatever mistakes you made, like look, just get over it and move on to the next one. Like because there's always going to be people that needs your services. So you got to be able to handle the next person. Like yeah, you probably messed up on that one person, but look, you know, no one's perfect. You know, just get through it and get to the next one.
All right. So you said that you got to be able to get back up and keep going after you made a mistake. So that tells me that you probably made some mistakes.
Yes.
Any mistakes that you want to encourage us not to make?
I mean, I think my mistakes is. I mean, my mistakes is. I don't know. I don't want to But I would say, don't move in front of God. I think that's a big one. Don't move in front of God. Like God got you in place for a reason. And don't move in front of God. Just move in accordance to His timing.
Well, you said that you came from corporate America.
Correct.
Price Waterhouse, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Huge firm.
Correct.
A lot of clients, a lot of money, a lot of late nights. Right? So what made you leave that and now jump into your own thing with all this competition out there? What made you saying you don't move ahead of God? So it had to be something.
Yeah, it was big. It was bigger than me.
Yeah,
it was definitely bigger than me. It was God and my wife. Yeah. So you know, God spoke to my wife about starting to practice. I didn't want to do it. You know, I was good where I was. I'm like, look, I got enough going on.
Yeah.
But you know, the Lord spoke through her, and then the God started talking to me, and I was like, look, I can't. I just got to do it, even though I don't know what's going to happen. I just got to do it, and I did it, and it was one of the best things I ever did. So I have no regrets. No regrets. Yeah.
And you still working late now because we in the peak of tax time.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So I think April 15th.
April 17th. Yes.
April 17th. Give you an extra 2 days. We'll take all the days we can.
Yes.
Now I know that that's our personal due date for taxes, but a lot of small business owners have to file their business tax returns in order to transfer their income now or their losses to their personal.
Correct.
So what advice would you give people now? They have essentially a little bit of like 2 weeks left to get this thing together. What advice would you give them?
I would say just start to really prepare your documents, get everything in order so that you can give it to someone like me or your tax preparer or your accountant. We have a really good team at my firm to where, you know, we could turn things around pretty quick for you.
They do.
Yeah, so we try.
When you get them the information.
Yes.
I can only speak when I give them the information.
Yes, once we get the information, we can turn it around for you, but that shouldn't allow you to wait till last minute. I don't want it, because it's always harder for us during the last minute. But, you know, just get your stuff in order, it's fine. You know, we're depending on how much time we have, we can definitely complete everything for you. S Corps were due, I want to say March 17th or March 15th, and your C Corps are going to be due on April 17th as well.
Oh,
so
wow.
so you have about 2 more weeks.
Two more weeks, guys. Get yourself together.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, get it all together.
Looking all at the society numbers right now. File your taxes. Okay. So, all right. So you mentioned that your wife. God spoke to your wife to start encouraging you to take the leap into your own business. Tell us about your beautiful family.
Thank you.
And how do you balance, because you told me like even after this interview you going back to work.
Yes, I'm going back to the office after this.
Tell me about home life. How do you balance everything, being your own boss and being a dad and being in ministry?
It's only by God's grace. I can't even tell you. Like, it's to God be the glory all the time, because I don't know how I do it. Like, my wife sometimes, and you know, because at the end of the day, you got to be the minister of your home.
Come on.
First and foremost. So it's like, I definitely try to do that. You know, like, I got to make sure I wake up at a certain time in the morning, have my devotion with me and my wife. And then, you know, we got to get the kids ready. And then,
that's how it works.
we got to get the kids ready. We got to, you know, and so it's a balance, and it's only by God's grace. I don't know. And then we got church. You know, my wife is a part of certain ministries. I'm a part of my youth ministry. So it's a lot of work, but You know, I've been doing this. It's all right.
That's awesome. Listen, right. I don't know how you do it, and you got little kids.
I got little kids. I got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. Yes, it's tough. You see, I'm sweating right now. You know, just thinking about going home. I'm kind of. It's tough. So, yes, it's tough. Yeah.
He's for real too.
I'm sweating.
But you know what? That's a great thing to see. A lot of small business owners start off, and it's a family affair. Your family has to come along for this ride with you. How has your wife been a help to you in starting? I know you've been in business now for 3 years, but how has she played a part?
I mean, she's been like the backbone of everything. Like, you know, anything that needed to be done at the office, she would do it. Like, she's like the decorator / accountant / whatever, greeter, secretary, admin. Like, she does it all in a sense. And we had to hire somebody because I know she doesn't have much time. Like, look, we just gonna hire somebody because we got the other child now. So we did that, but she's been everything. Like, she's definitely helped us out a whole lot.
I'm just saying, thinking about myself, I was sharing with you, it's like, you know, so many people start this entrepreneurial journey and don't understand how it impacts the whole family. Like, she got to hold you down right now, you won't have to work.
Yeah, exactly.
So after tax time, what you got to do?
I got to go on vacation with my family. That's what I got to do. I got to put some time away to spend with the kids. That's
all right. So your entrepreneurial journey, what has been the biggest obstacle? I know we talked about family, you got the ministry you're balancing, you left a huge corporate job to start your own thing. What has been the biggest obstacle for you to get to where you are?
The biggest obstacle I would want to say is that don't expect everybody to support you. You know, like, I think that has been the biggest thing. Like, I was expecting my brothers and my sisters to come through their taxes, and, you know, my mom and my dad. I'm like, everybody come through their taxes, but nobody don't. Not everybody came. So, but thank God we ain't need them. Thank God we ain't need them. But just that expectation, like, I was like, look, everybody's gonna support me. I just started this, guys. Come. But no, but it didn't work like that. So don't expect everybody to support you. You gotta really believe in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself and believe in, you know, whatever it is that you're doing, and you'll be fine.
We talked about too. Okay, so you mentioned that everybody didn't come in the beginning. Praise God that you didn't need them.
Most of them came now though.
They coming now. Let's just see what you doing.
Exactly.
I got you. So it's like you think about that income change between your full-time job. Now it's on your business to kind of substitute the amount of income that you were making. How did you adjust, and what would you tell small business owners that feel that tug to go out on their own and start their own journey, but they still got bills, bruh?
I mean, to be honest with you, everybody's bills are different, and I think you really just got to budget. You have to budget. You have to know how your finances are looking. And like I was telling you earlier, like, it's nothing wrong with having a job and still having your own business on the side. Like, I would actually say that's a better route to actually start out like that, so that you can get a feel for the business. You know, build your client base up. You know, do some of those things before you just step out and do it all on your own. Now, if God is telling you to do that, then that's a different story. You know, if God's telling you just go ahead and quit your job.
Don't say it.
Exactly. I can't say it. But if God ain't tell you to do that, go ahead and just take your time.
It's hard to tell somebody.
When people say God said it out, I just say, okay, all right, you know what? God didn't tell me that.
God didn't tell me that.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, God tells me at least, and it sounds like He told you to count the cost. You know what I'm saying? To really budget and make a plan for your transition in the house. Is that what you did? Did you have to kind of bootstrap it a little bit?
Yeah, most definitely. We definitely had to bootstrap it. We're still trying to evaluate where we're at right now, whenever it's time for us to really just step out and do it 100%. But, you know, we're waiting for God. I mean, I'm not in no rush. I'm at the point now, like, look, you know, whatever you want me to do, I'll do. So
that's awesome. Okay, so what word of encouragement would you give to others that are feeling, they hear God, they are seeing that vision, they want to step out? What word of encouragement would you give them?
Don't be afraid. You know, because being an entrepreneur is very scary. You know, like, again, you don't know when that next check gonna come.
Yeah.
You know, you provided certain services and you're like, hey, you know, we did it. You know, it was due on the 15th, but it didn't come. So it's like,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Listen, when I got as a small business owner, you kind of assess your invoices.
Yes.
I got your invoice. I paid my invoice. But it's not like I'm not saying, okay.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So now you got me, a small business owner, assessing when I'm gonna pay this invoice, and you, a small business owner, trying to make sure you get that invoice paid. That's like that. How do you deal with us, man?
It's I mean, God's patience.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely patience, and I know that at the end of the day, it's gonna get paid. You know, I have faith that it's gonna get paid eventually.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty much it. Just knowing that God is gonna do it, and yeah.
And He provides.
He provides
Every month.
Yes, it comes through every month. Thank God.
I pay my invoice. Let me
You
tell you
sure
something.
did.
I make sure all of us, we are women of integrity in the society.
Yeah.
And we pay our invoices.
Yes, please
we
pay
don't
them.
send
Continue
them.
to pay your
We don't send them,
invoice.
so we want you to pay.
Yes.
So you pay yours.
Yes, continue to pay your invoice. Great job.
All right. Well, what, in terms of being a man of faith, okay, you talked about that. You're active in your ministry. How do you counteract that very real voice in your ear, that fear, that spirit of fear that tries to stroke you to be distracted from your purpose or doubt yourself?
Yeah.
How do you counteract it? What personal things do you do in order to stay rooted?
I think just remembering what God told you. You know, remembering His voice, remember why you actually even started it. You know, remembering, you know, what He told you. Because a lot of times you're going to have the enemy in your ear as well.
Yeah.
You know, telling you, you know, giving you doubt and, you know, just telling you certain things that's going to go against God's will.
Yeah.
But you just got to remember what He told you. You know,
Yeah.
and you got to stand firm on it. And everybody's story is different. But if God told you to do it, then He going to make a way.
Right.
So you just got to stand firm on it.
So when those voices do come, what is the very first thing that you do as a man of faith and as an entrepreneur?
I think about when He first told me to do it.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think about when He first told me to do it, and my wife, I can't go back home anymore. I can't go back home. And I'm telling my wife, I got to be the man of the house, like the priest of the household.
She gonna be looking at you like, well, what we doing?
Exactly. So I got to speak faith and I got to walk it too. So I can't go back home and be like, babe, I give up. Nah, because then it's going to, all the kids, exactly. You know, my daughter going to start talking about she giving up. So I'm like, nah, I'm all right. So I just
How
got to be
important
example.
is it for you to have, you know, Mrs. Monbrun by your side to like cheer you on, especially during those times where it's looking a little crazy on the bank account?
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking out. This is a real, no filter conversation. Sometimes I ain't gonna front. My husband would be like, "Gee, just sit down."
Yeah.
You know, it's not worth it. You will sit here, and I will give you that money. You know, but you feel that vision. You know what God is saying and calling you to do.
Yeah.
So how do you?
I think I'm thankful for it. I mean, I need that, you know, because in times when it gets rough, you need at least one person that you got by your side to just cheer you on and tell you, keep doing God's work and, you know, keep doing what you love. So, you know, even when the money is not making what you would initially expect, you know, but you know that you're doing what God called you to do.
It's so purposeful too. It's kind of like, when you are able to do something that you would do if you wouldn't get paid. Now, getting paid is gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
We will get paid.
Yes, you will.
You know, but it's not the motivator to do it. I think it gives you a bit more. You put a lot more passion.
No, I agree. And at the end of the day, like whether like a lot of times people expect like their expectations are what it shouldn't be. To be honest with you, like you have to have certain expectations about, you know, your ministry or your business and things of that sort. So and God to give it to you.
Right.
You know? So God to give you that word, God to give you that vision. You just gotta stick to it.
All right. Well, my last question, and then we're gonna see if anybody else got questions in the audience.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't do him like that. You know what I'm saying?
Look at she ready.
She ready. All right. So what I ask all my guests is, what kingdom essential would you want to leave with everybody? What principle that you stand on to help encourage yourself in your walk?
I got two.
Okay.
But I think in the beginning, the biggest thing was don't despise small beginnings.
Amen.
I think in Zechariah, where God was basically saying that. But you know, a lot of times we expect things to be big. Like my office was like 100 square feet when I first started. You've been to the new office, so it's much bigger than that.
Wow.
You know, so I'm thankful for that. But in the beginning, I was like, God, what's going on? Like, you know, this is just a small office. But you can't despise that because God got bigger things in store for you.
Yeah.
So you just gotta appreciate it, and you just gotta know that He has more for you. And there's another scripture, but I don't know it by head, but it's basically the one where He talks about how are you gonna run with the horses if you can't run? When you can't hang with the foot in. Like, so I got a picture of horses in my office just to remind me, like, hey, how am I gonna run with the horses if I'm having struggles with the regular people?
With the regular people on foot.
On foot.
That's a powerful one.
Those two.
It's all preparation too. It's kind of like every struggle. I operate from a place where now in my relationship with God, that any opposition that comes my way, it's not by happenstance.
Exactly.
It's all a setup to get me to my next level.
Exactly.
So it's just about seeking God about, okay, so what are we doing now?
Exactly.
So this has happened now.
Exactly.
Because you're preparing me for
the next level.
Yeah.
The next level.
That's powerful.
I agree. I agree.
Oh my God, how we doing on time, y'all? Okay. Okay, great. So now I want to open up the floor for any questions, and if we don't have questions, I got a question.
Okay.
So I want to make sure, ladies, do you have any questions for our CPA right now? Yes. Yes.
Okay, so oftentimes when we hear CPAs speak, they will say, make sure you have your papers together. Can you please break down what exactly?
What papers you want, man? What papers?
Yes. So that's a good question. That's a good question.
What y'all need?
I mean, first of all, a business should always be operating off of their account. So you should have one checking account, or whatever it is, or one credit card, to where all of your transactions, whether it's your income or your expenses, whatever you're paying for the business, is coming out of that account. So basically, when we say your paperwork, that's what we're talking about. The number one thing is your bank statements. Hopefully you would have that. Now, if you don't have a bank account, then we're going to need all of your invoices. Okay. We're going to need whatever you paid for. If you have a spreadsheet that shows, like, Geralda was very organized. But if you're like one of our good clients, our great clients that has everything organized in the spreadsheet, that helps out as well.
I did.
Oh, now you want to take it.
I do organize everything.
Yes. So definitely just have everything organized. It'll make it easier for us.
But you're saying, I think it's a great point about having one account that money comes in and money comes out.
Yeah.
But a lot of small business owners don't do that. A lot of them are using their personal income.
Yeah, right.
They're not keeping track of what this business is truly costing them and what, they're truly making. Because you got to kind of weigh, your cost and how much you spent and how much you made. Yeah. And that truly, the end result is your true
your
picture, your net income, right?
Yeah.
So what do you say to the ones that's just take me step by step, Sage? Don't stop me from being great. Don't stop me from being great. Yes. What do you tell them their first time out, wanting to do it the right way? What do you need?
Look, the first and foremost is the number one thing. You have to separate yourself from the business. Yeah. That's the number one thing. You can't commingle funds between personal and business. Right. So you have to separate business from your personal expenses and income as well. So once you separate everything out, you start your own separate checking account. You start your own separate credit card. That is the number one thing that you have to start off with. And then from there, even if you don't even give us that spreadsheet or whatever, but if it's separate, you just give us the bank statements and we can look for the rest.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, we can do the rest. But if it's everything is together, then we might have a problem.
We getting there.
I'm looking at the faces right now.
Sage, don't look at the the face.
Don't look at the faces.
God
I'm like, I
say
gotta
don't
look down. That panel looking good. Yes, please separate, guys. Please
We have another question.
I have a question. In the real world,
Yeah.
in the real world,
In the real world, okay, go ahead.
you got, because my business is an LLC, so
Okay.
you know, the personal and that can go
Correct.
together.
Correct.
Okay. But in the real world,
In the real
you
world.
know, when you first starting out and you have to pay to set up everything,
To
do your
set up all
marketing
your
and
stuff.
everything.
Yeah.
I do have a separate account. I do
Okay.
have a separate credit card.
Okay.
But sometimes the checking account don't have no money in it
I understand.
because ain't nothing to put in
I
there.
understand.
But what I do,
Yeah.
I do have a system. If I have to pay out of my personal account, I write it down, I write on it what it was for, so that at the end of the year, I have all of my invoices for Brooks Counseling
Yeah.
and my personal, even though I file it together,
Yeah.
I do have them separate.
No, that's good.
But sometimes, you know,
It could get a little, yeah, I understand. And another thing you should
Yeah.
probably try doing as
Not
well.
lose.
You could actually, like, through the checking accounts, you could just transfer the money. So what?
it's not, and you know what, and that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
But the way mine is set up, which is probably good, it don't allow me to transfer back and forth.
Oh.
Yes,
And they're all within the same bank?
yes, but it don't have set up.
The thing that I would say too, and not
But
necessarily
that's a good
just
thing,
because you'll be transferring a lot.
I wouldn't be.
You got to, you are the first financer of your business.
Correct.
I mean, real talk.
Correct.
I mean, I sow into my business because I work full time.
Yeah.
And so part of my tithe and offering goes to my business
Correct.
account. And because you have to be that first investor
Yeah.
till you build up and you get your client base going
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
So how do you account for personal funds being given to the business? It's not a loan or anything like that,
Yeah.
but how would you account for that?
For myself, what I do is I just do a transfer. So
Okay.
I show a transfer of one bulk amount probably every month.
Yeah,
And then I just call it as an owner's deposit.
owner's
So,
deposit.
yeah, so it's an owner's deposit going into the account. And if I need to pull out anything that's like, if I want to pay myself from the account or whatever, then it's a wage. I'm like,
Right.
okay, so anything that's coming out, that's wages. That's going to myself.
Right.
Anything that's going in, that's my deposit. Now, the thing is about owner's deposits, it's a part of your equity. So basically, it's not going to be on your profit and loss, so it's not going to show up on your tax return, but it's going to show up on something that's called a balance sheet. So your balance sheet, so basically the equity, so it's going to show up on your balance sheet.
Show it somewhere, G.
Yeah. So it's
That's a big deal.
So it's gonna show basically on your balance sheet as far as how much you've actually invested in the company.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's something that you could.
I have a question.
Okay.
We got one more question.
What bookkeeping software would you recommend that is user friendly? Thank you, Berlinda Grant.
Thank you, Belinda. I would say QuickBooks is definitely QuickBooks is definitely user friendly from what I've heard. I plan on doing a lot more training around QuickBooks and trying to be a pro advisor or something like that. That's one of the things that they recommend to where we can help small businesses with their QuickBooks setup. But QuickBooks is great.
Okay.
You know, it's definitely user friendly, I would say.
Well, you have really opened up our eyes, and we so thank you for your
No problem.
transparency. Okay, so y'all give a round of applause. Tell everybody how to get in contact with you to get services.
Okay, well, we're right off of Ives Dairy. The address is 190 Northeast 199th Street, Suite 106, Miami, Florida 33179. The phone number is 305-330-4713. You can follow us, I believe, at LSM Firm or at LSM CPA. And we're always around for your questions. We're not just open during the tax season. We're open all year long for all of our clients. Just in case if there's anything that pop up, any questions that the IRS may have, we're definitely here for you guys for it. You know.
He is, because when I couldn't find out what was going on, he was able to get my answers
Yeah,
quickly.
we're
So I'm
here.
grateful.
No problem. Thank you guys.
again for coming on. Next week, I cannot wait for you all to meet our upcoming guest on Marketplace Mondays. It's another no-fill.
Owner and CEO of Sweet Butter Hospitality Group. Y'all know her, Lissage. She's so awesome, right? So I know she has so much.
I know she has so much to pour into us, and likewise, you had so much to pour into us, and we're so grateful. So we're gonna go be great, guys. All right? Because greater works we will do because greater is in you. So please, please share this video and patronize our CPA right here, Mr. Lissage Monbrun.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.